Please check. Create clip and shift tags. Tab. Create clips and shift tags. Stop tab.
Hey everybody, greets. Happy Christmas Eve. How are you? I'm Paul from the Dank Basement, your Uncle Squinty, and it's hard for me to not sound like an infatuated fanboy whenever I talk about Old Mill Snuffs, but in fact I am. So here's a spoiler alert. This is a 5 out of 5 snuff, as are so many of his. Harder to get, not the normal routes of acquiring snuff, more expensive, worth it, but definitely you got to try these. And I'm hoping that I can come up with a top 10 Old Mill Snuffs list, but it's going to be tough because I've liked pretty much everything I've tried from him. Some things better than others. I wasn't as impressed, for instance, with the Cuba Libre as I was with his Mojito, which is fabulous. I was incredibly impressed with his Limoncello. There's so much to like here. So yeah, I'm a fanboy, and this is a 5 out of 5 snuff, but let's talk about it. Now, there are a lot of different takes on peach in the snuff world. You have the dry, sweet peach, as you'll find in a Toke or a W.E. Garrett. There's a more perfumey peach, like you're going to find in the Samuel Gowith and its cousin product, Viking peach snuffs. And then there's this, which is more like perfectly preserved, perfectly canned peach preserves on top of toast. In the tin, you get an awful strong whiff of that peach. Maybe even something akin to a brandy or a little bit of a boozy smell, but not much. Not from the tin, you don't anyway. And maybe something citrusy. Grind is fairly fine. Moisture is not high, although there's some. It compresses nicely in the tin, but does not pill between the thumb and the forefinger. It does benefit from warming between your thumb and forefinger. So while I recommend handling artisan snuffs with a spoon, clean spoon, and not with your fingertips, if you got clean hands, it might be worth the risk. You don't want to introduce mold spores into any snuff, and most artisan snuffs, as far as I know, they don't homogenize or pasteurize the snuff. They want to preserve those good aromas. They don't want to heat treat them. And so there's always a chance you could inoculate your snuff with a mold spore, some fungus or something. You don't want to do that. That would be very bad if you insufflated that into your nose. So I generally recommend handling your artisan snuffs with a spoon. This one, however, I'm risking it because it does benefit from warming. And it feels nice in the fingers, too. That's awesome. The toast scent in this is very bready. You do get a sense of it being a piece of toasted, I want to say like oatmeal bread, honey oatmeal bread almost, or another semi-sweet whole grain bread. You get a lot of peach right away, but then the real surprise is the butter. It's got this wonderful scent of Amish creamery butter to it. Very fresh, very, very smooth, milky, very nice. I love this. I love it. A friend of ours here in the snuff community once described Chef Daniel's Old Mill snuffs as being the perfect snuffs for stoners, in that they would satisfy the nasal munchies. And I get that. I get what he's saying. These are a delight for the senses. I think, and I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that Daniel Richard has single-handedly redefined snuff for the 21st century. He is brave and bold with the way he scents his snuffs. It shows incredibly good taste, adapts recipes that he probably made as food, and turns them into creations that can be tasted and savored by the nose. It's beautiful stuff all the way around. It's expensive. A little bit trickier to get because, it's not sold by Mr. Snuff and whatever. You have to order it directly from him. Worth the effort, worth the expense. This is a 5 out of 5 and then some. Peach Melba is the flavor. Melba Toast is the name of the snuff. From the Dank Basement, Trying to get a bunch of Snuff reviews done before the end of the year. And by the way, I have posted several top 5 lists for 2014. My top 5 SPs, top 5 nicotine kickers, top 5 toasts, top 5 plain Snuffs, top 5. So all kinds of top 5 lists out there now for you. So if you want to know what impressed me during the past calendar year, check them out on my channel. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Try this Old Mill Melba toast from the dank basement. Merry Christmas, everybody. Your squinty uncle, Shall Paul Better. Thanks for watching.